Hi, today my session is to show that how to create a bootable pen drive. So first of all that you need to get the appropriate operating system ISO file. So you need to download the particular ISO file whatever that you require. So here I'm going to download the previous version of Windows 2003 server because my pen drive is also the capacity is not much higher, so therefore that old version I'm going to download it. I have already downloaded that ISO file. My ISO file is in the downloaded folder is this. So therefore then again another software we require to convert the USB drive into the bootable mode. So then I use that one as software as Rufus. It's very famous. Rufus, very small software. You can download from here in this site as here, right? Rufus exe. It's a small software. Yes, the capacity is very low. So when you download that software, you can run it, that software. Then you can see that when you open it, you can see that the drive, that my pen drive is already plugged into the USB. Make sure that your pen drive is plugged into the particular USB port. Then you can select the ISO file. My ISO file is just downloaded here. I selected that one. Then there will be a message. The image is either non-bootable or it uses boot or compression. So methods that is not supported by Rufus. So however, but this here having some incompatibility of my image file, so therefore it says that it can't do it. I'm selecting the different ISO file from my machine. I'm sure that there's a different ISO file is there somewhere in my machine. So give me a few seconds to open that one. ISO Windows. Here we go. So some of ISO files are available here. So I just select that ISO file Windows 8.1 now and click on that. Yes. Now you can see the particular ISO file, the Windows 8.1 is in boot section. Then the screen will be open as like this. So we don't need to change any the boxes where it's available the names. If you require, you can change the volume label, but as usually just keep as it is, that is available one, and click on start. Once you start, when you press the start button, it is already ready. So but there will be a message that warning its device might be reformatted. Yes, I said okay, I accepted. Now the starting the reboot, the starting the created bootable drive. So it will take a few minutes, but not much. So until that I will show you that how to download the Vertual Box virtual machine to install the operating system. So I just minimize this one and I'll open already. Yeah, Virtual Box. It is just click on that Virtual Box on your web browser and just click the first the option, right? Or else that's just if you need the downloads, click on the download. Then this screen will be on the screen. From that you can select Windows host. When you click on that host, so you can see that the Virtual Box started to download. That is downloading now. It's also not much capacity. It's 109 MB capacity. Then after a few seconds, yes, it is already downloaded. Then after that you can install this software. When you click on that, you can say yes, it is run on that. It's now I have existing system, so therefore they are asking want to remove my existing systems again, previous version of the virtual machine. Therefore then I click remove, click on next. Then if you have a previous versions, then here from now onwards that it has been removed and will be installed in the new version. Now finish. Then when you click on that finish, hopefully you can see that the virtual box, the icon on your desktop, right? My issue is a bit hard to find. Okay, however, but it has been removed. Now we need to install again, because I have clicked on the remove, and now from this one I just downloaded it. I double click it to reinstall it. Yes, click on this. Yeah, now only installing. Next, there is no any particular options to select from here, right? They said that Oracle environment should be there. Yes, started to install. It has been done. Click on finish. Click on finish. Now yes, the will be on as like this, because previously I have created one file. Hopefully that one is still been there. So if I need to remove this one, I will remove this, the previous version, or else just we can keep it. We can create a new version, a new copy of the operating systems just after finish the ISO file, the creating the USB bootable pen drive. So I'm just waiting few minutes, and I will just to show you that how to run this, how to create a new virtual machine on Virtual Box. Just click on new. When you click on new, then it's asking the name of what machine you're going to install, or what sort of a operating systems that you are going to install. Then I just name it as previous one is Windows 8, Windows 8.1, Windows 8.1, because the name should be without space. So therefore I just type it, and I need to select the ISO image from here. I select ISO image, right, 8.1 at this moment. I have downloaded one 8.1. I select that ISO version here. Then you can just click on this, because skip unattended installation, right? So we can just avoid it and click on next. Now the memory, its system by itself has selected for according to this operating system, so therefore we are just click on next. This file size also given for GB capacity. It's, I hope this is more than enough to go ahead with the installation for Windows 8.1. So then I just click next and we finish it and see what would be happening. Right, it is Windows 8.1 here. Now I double click this one, or else select this option and click on this start button. Now only the operating system is ISO file, the created machines will be on. Now here machine is this is the machine that I have installed it. Now it is running. Now it is running. In this case, I hope it might not ask you many questions. The first question is asking the operating system Windows 8 regarding so how, what is the details, the first page. Then I just keep leave it as it is, that those details, and start Windows 8 installation. Click on the accept button, click next. And if you need to have a custom installation, it's advanced option. When you select yes, you can do it. After that, now here your capacity is to 40 GB. So the 40 GB is already allocated by the system. So click on the new, and now you're going to create the partitions. 40 GB capacity. Okay, I'm using from this 4020 from this okay, 20 GB, right? 20 GB means like 20,000. Approximately 20,000 megabyte. So I select 20,000 megabyte as the first primary drive. So I click yes. Right, yes, already created 20 GB approximately. Okay. The primary. It's some memory is allocated for some other purposes. So therefore, the 19.2 GB is showing, and additional space is here. If you want, you can do it. Otherwise, this primary you can format here, because now need to install the operating system. Therefore, then we'll just click on the format. This format has been done. Now you can move forward. Now Windows 8 is starting to installation on Virtual Box. It will take a few minutes, and we'll check on that what is the status of that our bootable drive. Yeah, it is also only 92.3%. That means a few more minutes it will take to until reach to the end. When installing the operating system into the Virtual Box, it might be faster. So because it's because it's a virtual platform, so we are when you're installing the physical machine directly, it might take more time, and it might take more questions might be asking for installation process. So however, it is the similar the way that you need to install. So, and also, but I need to add something more about this, because if you are installing the physical machine, then before that starting the installation, you need to first prepare your virtual bootable pen drive, and you need to go to the CMOS setup. The CMOS setup, from CMOS setup, boot sequence should be arranged as a first boot sequence as the USB drive, the bootable USB drive. That is a must to do it in a physical machines, because otherwise it won't take automatically. as take by the virtual machine. So then my advice is like how to open the CMOS the screen. It is very simple. When you restart your machine, physical machines, you just press it. Most probably it is when you press it like F2 button, or rather some machines it is in F10. Some of them are delete key. It's very frequent, very common. So those buttons continuously when you press it after restarting your machine, so then you can open the CMOS screen. So then from that you need to find out where the boot sequence is there. Then that boot sequence you need to arrange the first boot device as USB. You need to plug it that the USB bootable floppy drive, and you need to find out that you need to browse the location, or else that you can see that when you plug it that bootable USB drive, it can show in that on the CMOS setup. So now you can see that Windows 8.1 is it has been already installed, and just the first page will be on the Windows screen. Right, and sometimes you might have questions why this screen is the smaller than the main, because the reason is that the graphics, the resolutions is having the mismatch with existing physical machine and this machine. So we can adjust the resolution, so then after that you can get the large screen as well. Okay, now asking some questions. The PC name. Okay, this is okay. I just PC name as right. It's my PC. Click next. Okay, if you need to customize, sometimes these questions asking from this operating system, basically for other network or publications. So for this is okay. Use the home. So click next. Okay, next. That's all these features are. This asking question, which you can just ignore them, or you need to just click this. Then we'll be coming the particular screen. This is the clarifications is asking, because this version that I have already installed, but it in this if I need to create account, okay, name, password, okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6, very simple one. I do 1 2 3 4 5 6, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, it's my simple password. Finish. Now that my first screen will be on that our physical machine. So this is a virtual machine that I have been installed now. So the original physical machine is this, right, and my virtual machine is this. Now some of applications being installed, so that is why it will take few minutes. So when you log into the first time for any user. Yes, this is my first screen, right? First screen. So if you need change the color of this, very interesting this. And if you need to add the desktop icons, yes, you can add desktop icons as this. So you can see that the internet is so up, internet also is up in this machine. If and whether check whether that if already internet is there, so then you can see that go to the 3MD and just to pin test www.google.com. Yes, pin is success. Therefore, and we can see ipconfig /all and see whether this machine's IP address is given here. Right. The physical machine, yeah, IP address is given here. 10.0.0.2.50, 10.0.0.2.50. 10.0.0.2.50. 10.0.0. Still 0.10 and 2.15 and see whether yes it is pin, right? So then however this is the IP address has been given the system. So I will go back to our bootable floppy drive, USB drive. So yes, it's already done because we already created a Windows 8.1 bootable the USB drive. So we already have done it. Now it says here ready, then you can close it and see whether that how it look like. So here, this is the operating system that I have been installed. It is just as like this, that it is not normal pen drive because all the installations are here, right? All installations are here, right? So the operating system in Virtual Box, that installed one is here. The previous one it is not actually, it's currently working, but currently working one is this. Then now we can just shut down the virtual machine what we have installed here up now as the same general operating system. And whether we'll see that how to, I don't know whether it's a success or not, that this pen drive, I have already created a bootable pen drive. From that pen drive we'll create the new virtual machine to boot up from the pen drive. Click here and name, okay, same Windows 8.1, but this is right, the duplicate, therefore I just put it like okay, 2 here to identify with the other one. And okay, this folder is also very important because this is the folder that where this virtual machine is installed, right? We are not going to change it at this moment. If you need, you can change it. From here I'm selecting other, and I'm selecting from here not actually the ISO file, I'm selecting the my bootable USB drive, right? This is actually bootable drive, I selected it. So and okay, they are asking the bootable the source file. We'll see that I can identify that source file. No. All right. So therefore, hopefully, but the system actually is virtually we can't might not be support, but I will check on that in the later session, and I will let you show you that, because most probably the bootable USB drives are being used for the straight away physical machine Windows installation, but not for the virtual machine, because the virtual machine's ISO file is already being supported. Right, that's only that I need to highlight today. Okay, thank you very much for being with us.